Alright everyone, what do I mean by the creation from the start? I'm referring to the primal seed of creation, all the exchanges, all the potential, everything that was going to play out in time was in this one seed at the beginning of this universe, before the Big Bang, just before the Big Bang though, and I don't mean just in time, but just in sequence. We don't really know how much time passed before the Big Bang. I believe that there's multiple Big Bangs, but I'm Hindu, so I believe that there's as many as there needs to be, but that's another conversation. But the primal seed is all the potential and everything that is going to expand already in that seed just before the Big Bang. And that primal seed that doesn't really have a kind of time-related nature, that doesn't really have a kind of certain quantity that it can only expand to. Just everything and all this potential is already in this little seed, the primal seed, the cosmic seed, if you will. In the northern shamanistic path, we might call it Hegel's. That's kind of where I get the term primal seed. But all of these things, everything that can happen, is in this one little tiny piece of possibility. And it's a wonderful thing, because everything that can happen, it has to have a certain string behind it. And, it's not quite like string theory, maybe a little bit, but because string theory is kind of beyond time as well, because when you get past atoms and down to the tiny, minute quantum exchanges, that's when things get really complicated. But every single possibility has a string behind it, and thus that string has to basically have a puppeteer just behind the primal seed. Whatever created or brought this primal seed to be, or maybe you believe it just has always been, and it's not about time, of course, so maybe it just has always been. That potential could have been the puppeteer, but if there's an intelligent force behind it, that intelligent force could be called God, and all these strings can be kind of wound up in a ball until that time of the Big Bang, and then they expand out. And then that's when we start to experience time, all these different strings relating to one another, how they're expanding, when they're going to reach their zenith, if there is a zenith, and when they're going to come back, because it's kind of like these strings, when they push out, they're going to come back. And all these different possibilities are going to expand to their full potential, and then come back and join back into another primal seed. Now, I've added a lot of my own pieces into this little presentation, not just the beginning. I'm also talking about theory. So this has been more of a not necessarily spiritual or religious video, even though I am Hindu. This has been more of a kind of explanation of my theory behind the primal seed, just before the Big Bang, what the Big Bang is, and the Big Bang itself. This experience of time that we're experiencing in different parts of space that are ultimately temporary, time and space being temporary, and how they're going to come back together, which I believe they will come back together. A lot of scientists, of course, believe that as well. But, hey, shoot your thoughts down there in the comment section. If you want to ask me any questions, you want to engage in this conversation, think I'm stupid, just shoot it down there. Shoot it down there in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you think, and y'all have a great day.